Beloved, I want you to understand today that blessings are not random. God has a divine plan for your life, and if you are walking in His purpose, His blessings are inevitable. The question is, are you prepared to receive them? Let me share with you 7 signs that God's blessings are on their way to you. First, you begin to experience unexpected favor. When God's blessings are coming, people will begin to favor you without explanation. Doors that were once closed will suddenly open for you, and you'll find yourself receiving opportunities you didn't even apply for. Favor is not a coincidence. It's God's way of showing you that your season of increase has arrived. Second, there is a shift in your perspective. You begin to see things differently. Your vision enlarges and you start to recognize opportunities where you once saw obstacles. Your thinking is elevated and your heart begins to align with God's promises. God never blesses a person without first changing their mindset. Third, unexpected doors begin to open. This is when you notice opportunities coming from places you least expect. You didn't seek them out, but God has already prepared them for you. You may not understand why or how, but know this: He's opening doors that no man can shut, doors that will lead you into the destiny He's prepared for you. Fourth, you begin to experience increased clarity. God's blessings come with divine guidance. You may have been uncertain about your next steps, but as His blessings approach, you begin to hear His voice more clearly. The path that was once foggy now begins to shine brightly before you. Fifth, your relationships begin to align with your purpose. God's blessings will cause you to meet the right people at the right time. He will send people into your life who will help you grow, uplift you, and provide the support you need to reach your destiny. When God's favor is on your life, the right connections will come. Sixth, you experience a burden to serve others. When God's blessings are near, you begin to feel a deep desire to give, to serve, to pour into the lives of others. You no longer focus solely on your own needs, but start to look beyond yourself, understanding that the more you give, the more you will receive. This is the law of divine reciprocity. Seventh, you experience a season of rest in your spirit. There is a peace that comes when God's blessings are coming your way. You are no longer anxious or worried about your future. You know that He has already gone before you. Your heart is at ease because you trust in the plan He has for your life. When God's blessings are on their way to you, one of the first signs you'll experience is unexpected favor. This favor is not something you can earn or work for. It's the kind of favor that surprises you, that comes without explanation or reason. It's the favor that opens doors you didn't even know existed, the kind of favor that shifts your life in ways you didn't anticipate. This favor doesn't come from your own effort. It's a gift from God, a confirmation that He is working on your behalf, even when you can't see it. It's the favor that causes people to notice you, even when you feel overlooked. People will begin to give you opportunities that you didn't even ask for, and situations that seemed impossible will suddenly seem possible. When God sends favor into your life, it doesn't always make sense to the natural mind. You may find yourself receiving things you didn't apply for, or being included in opportunities that you didn't expect. This is the way God's blessings work. They come at the right time from the right people in the right way. It's God's favor working behind the scenes, arranging situations for you that you couldn't have orchestrated on your own. This type of favor is God's way of showing you that He is involved in your life, orchestrating your steps, and making things happen for you that you couldn't have imagined. Favor has a way of making the impossible look possible. When God's blessings are coming your way, it's as if the laws of nature and reason shift in your favor. Where others face rejection, you will receive acceptance. Where others encounter closed doors, you will see doors swing wide open. People will extend themselves to help you even without you asking. This is divine favor at work. It's the kind of favor that takes the pressure off of you because you know it's not by your strength or ability, but by God's grace. One of the beautiful things about favor is that it doesn't depend on your past mistakes, your shortcomings, or your limitations. It's not based on what you deserve or what you think you deserve. It's based on God's love and His willingness to bless His children in ways that reflect His goodness. You don't need to strive for favor. It simply comes when you're in the right position, walking in purpose and trusting that God will provide for you in ways you cannot foresee. This favor doesn't just happen in your personal life. It will show up in your professional life, your relationships, and even your finances. Opportunities will present themselves, and people who have the power to elevate you will do so without you even asking. This is God's favor at work, shifting the dynamics in your favor. And it's not just a one-time event. God's favor, once it's activated in your life, continues to flow, increasing your opportunities and expanding your capacity to receive. The more you recognize it, the more you'll see how it impacts your life in every area. Favor also opens doors that were once locked, making them swing wide open. Sometimes there are situations that feel like barriers, things that seem like they'll never change or break through. But when God's favor is in operation, those very barriers can be removed. Things that seemed insurmountable will suddenly seem like small hurdles. When God is on your side, no door is too heavy to open, no situation too difficult to overcome. You may even begin to experience favor in places where you didn't expect it. Perhaps a business partner that you've never met before offers you a contract. Maybe a supervisor who has never taken an interest in your work suddenly promotes you. Or perhaps someone in your community steps forward to help you in a way that makes all the difference in your situation. This favor will come unexpectedly, but it will always be timely, just when you need it. But favor is not just about receiving, it's also about giving. When God favors you, it's not just for your benefit. It's for the benefit of others as well. The favor God pours into your life is meant to be shared, to bless those around you, and to impact the lives of others in ways that demonstrate His goodness. You will find yourself in positions where you can bless others with the favor you've received, and in doing so, you continue to be a conduit of His grace. When God's blessings are on their way to you, unexpected favor is one of the first signs you'll see. It's the favor that comes not because of what you've done, but because of who you are, a child of God, positioned to receive His goodness. When favor begins to flow in your life, it's a sure sign that God is preparing you for greater things ahead. You don't have to work for it. You just have to walk in it, receive it, and allow it to transform your life in ways you never expected. God's favor is His gift to you, and when it comes, it changes everything. You're about to experience a season where favor will open doors for you that you couldn't have opened on your own. So get ready, because the blessings of God are on their way, and favor is leading the way. As God's blessings begin to flow in your life, one of the most profound signs you'll experience is a shift in your perspective. When God is preparing to bless you, He first starts with your mind and your outlook on life. You may not realize it at first, but your perspective, the way you see the world, your circumstances, and even yourself begins to change. This shift is not just about how you view the external world, but also how you view your own potential and purpose. You see, when God is positioning you for blessings, He starts by transforming your thinking. He opens your eyes to see opportunities where others see obstacles. He allows you to perceive challenges as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Suddenly, things that once seemed impossible begin to feel achievable. You begin to see things from a divine perspective, understanding that God is working on your behalf in ways you cannot yet fully comprehend. This shift in perspective is a divine realignment where you start to see your life through the lens of God's promises and not through the limitations of the world. Before this shift happens, many people live with a mindset that is limited by their circumstances. They see problems, scarcity, and failure as the defining characteristics of their lives. But when God is about to bless you, He changes the way you think. Your mindset begins to align with His truth that you are more than a conqueror, that your purpose is greater than your struggles, and that your future is filled with hope. This change in perception opens up the door for you to see the blessings that are already in motion around you. For example, when faced with a difficult situation, instead of becoming overwhelmed by it, you begin to ask yourself, what is God trying to teach me in this moment? Or how can I grow from this experience? This shift in mindset enables you to see challenges not as signs of defeat, but as opportunities for growth and learning. You no longer focus on what you lack, but on what you have and how God can use it for His glory. This new perspective also enables you to see opportunities for blessings that you may have missed before. You begin to notice open doors that were always there, but you were too focused on the barriers to see them. You recognize that the job offer, the promotion, the relationship, or the financial breakthrough that once seemed out of reach are now within your grasp. The shift in perspective is a divine revelation. It's God showing you what He has already made available to you, but you had to change the way you saw it in order to receive it. This shift in perspective also empowers you to take action. When your mind is aligned with God's truth, you no longer wait for opportunities to come to you. Instead, you begin to pursue them with confidence, knowing that you are divinely equipped for success. This confidence doesn't come from your own abilities or resources, but from the knowledge that God is with you, guiding your every step. You begin to see that you have the tools, the gifts, and the talents to fulfill your purpose, and that nothing is too difficult when God is on your side. Another important aspect of this shift in perspective is how you begin to see your own potential. When God is about to bless you, He reveals to you the greatness He has placed within you. You no longer view yourself as insignificant or incapable. You begin to understand that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and that you were created for a specific purpose. This understanding of your identity in God transforms how you approach life. You no longer shrink back in fear or doubt, but step forward with boldness and faith, knowing that you are equipped to handle the challenges and opportunities that come your way. God's blessings are always tied to His purpose for your life. As your perspective shifts, you begin to understand more clearly what that purpose is. You no longer chase after things for the sake of pursuing material gain or fleeting success. Instead, you begin to live with intentionality focused on fulfilling your God-given purpose. Your perspective on success changes. It's no longer about how much you accumulate or what others think of you, but about how you can serve, contribute, and make an impact for the kingdom of God. This new way of thinking also brings peace into your heart. When you see things from God's perspective, you understand that your future is secure, that He is in control, and that He will provide for you in every season. This peace allows you to walk through life without fear, knowing that every setback is a setup for your comeback. You begin to realize that the challenges you face are not signs of God's absence, but are opportunities for Him to reveal His power and faith. As your perspective shifts, you also begin to attract new opportunities and blessings. People begin to notice the change in you, the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, the way you approach life with faith and confidence. They are drawn to your vision, your energy, and your belief in the goodness of God. This shift in perspective not only impacts you internally, but also begins to influence the external circumstances around you. Doors that were once closed begin to open, relationships that were once stagnant begin to flourish, and opportunities that were once out of reach begin to fall into place. When God's blessings are coming your way, one of the first signs is a shift in your perspective. This change in how you see the world, your challenges, your purpose, and your potential is the foundation for receiving all that God has prepared for you. As your mind is renewed, you begin to walk in alignment with God's will, and you are positioned to receive the blessings that have been waiting for you all along. God is preparing you to see beyond your circumstances and step into a future filled with His promises. Your perspective has changed, and now you are ready to see His blessings unfold in your life. As God's blessings begin to move in your life, you will start to notice something remarkable. Unexpected doors begin to open. These are doors that you never expected to be available to you. They are opportunities, connections, and pathways that seem distant or out of reach, but suddenly they are right in front of you. These are the doors that God has been preparing for you. And when His blessings are ready to manifest, He will open them at just the right time. You may have been praying, working, or waiting for an opportunity, but it seemed like nothing was happening. You felt stuck or perhaps discouraged, thinking that all the doors were closed. But when God is preparing to bless you, He has a way of opening doors that no one else can close. These doors are divine appointments designed specifically for you in alignment with your purpose and destiny. You don't have to struggle or force them open. They will open at the right moment, and they will be perfectly timed according to God's plan for your life. What is so amazing about these unexpected doors is that they often come when you least expect them. You may be going through your normal routine, focusing on your tasks, and then out of nowhere, an opportunity presents itself. It may come through a conversation with someone you've just met, a phone call, or even an unexpected email. These are not coincidences, they are divine orchestrations. God is moving behind the scenes, working on your behalf, and preparing the right moment to open these doors. The timing of it all is never too early, never too late. It's always right on time because God knows exactly when you are ready to step into what He has prepared for you. The beauty of unexpected doors is that they often lead to opportunities that you couldn't have planned for or anticipated. You may find yourself being offered a position, a business partnership, or a chance to serve in a new way. And at first you may wonder how this could be happening. Perhaps you feel unqualified, or you question whether you are truly prepared for this new season. But rest assured, when God opens the door for you, He will equip you for it. The qualifications you thought you lacked, the experience you thought you needed will no longer be a barrier. God's blessings don't depend on your ability. They depend on His faithfulness and His ability to equip you for every opportunity He opens before you. These unexpected doors will often take you places you never dreamed of. Maybe it's a new job opportunity that takes you to a new city, or a chance to travel that opens up your world in ways you never imagined. Or perhaps it's a door that leads to a new relationship, a friendship, or even a mentor who can guide you in the next phase of your journey. These doors are more than just physical opportunities. They are divine pathways that lead you to new levels of growth, purpose, and fulfillment. One of the powerful aspects of these unexpected doors is that they are often the result of your faithfulness and persistence. You may have been working quietly in the background, sowing seeds and doing the work, not necessarily expecting immediate rewards. Yet God sees your diligence, your commitment, and your heart, and He opens doors for you in His perfect timing. These opportunities are not earned by striving or struggling. They are gifts that come as a result of your faithfulness to the process, your obedience to God's calling, and your trust in His plan for your life. As these unexpected doors open, you may also experience an internal shift. You may feel a sense of awe or wonder at how God is working things out for you. You might be amazed at the doors that have opened, and you will realize that it is not by your own strength or wisdom, but by God's grace and favor. These doors are a reminder that God is with you, that He is involved in every area of your life, and that He is actively preparing your future. As you walk through these doors, you will begin to see more clearly the intricate ways God has been moving behind the scenes, preparing the perfect opportunities for you. It's important to recognize that these doors don't just open because of your effort or your connections. They open because God is at work in your life. These doors are the result of divine intervention, and they are a direct answer to your prayers. You may have prayed for direction, for breakthrough, for favor, and God is answering those prayers by opening doors that you never thought possible. Sometimes the doors may seem too good to be true, and it can be easy to doubt whether you deserve them. But remember, God's blessings are not about what you deserve. They are about His love, grace, and His desire to see you walk in the fullness of your purpose. As you step into the opportunities behind these doors, you will find that God has already gone ahead of you. He has already laid out the path, prepared the people, and provided the resources you need. You will not walk into these new opportunities alone. God will be with you every step of the way, guiding you, strengthening you, and empowering you to succeed. When unexpected doors begin to open in your life, it's a sign that God is moving powerfully on your behalf. These doors are not accidents. They are intentional, divine invitations into a new season of blessing and purpose. They are God's way of showing you that He is actively at work in your life, preparing you for what's ahead. These doors are not just opportunities. They are signs that your breakthrough is here, and God is leading you into a season of favor, growth, and fulfillment. So when these unexpected doors begin to open, walk through them with faith, knowing that God has already made a way. These doors are just the beginning of what God has in store for you. And as you step into them, you are stepping into the fullness of His blessings. As God's blessings begin to unfold in your life, one of the most remarkable signs you'll experience is an increased clarity in your spirit. When God is preparing to bless you, He doesn't just open doors or shift your perspective. He also begins to give you a deeper understanding of His will for your life. This clarity is something that comes only from God, and it often arrives at the moment when you need it the most. It's not a mere intellectual understanding, but a deep spiritual insight that guides you through the decisions and choices of life. Before this clarity comes, you might find yourself in a place of confusion or uncertainty. You could be standing at a crossroads, unsure of which path to take, or facing a decision that seems overwhelming. In these moments, the natural response is often to worry, to try to force an answer, or to act out of fear or impatience. But when God is preparing you for His blessings, He gives you a peace and clarity that surpasses all understanding. This clarity doesn't come from human wisdom or logic. It comes from the Holy Spirit, who illuminates your path and provides you with the guidance you need to make decisions that align with God's will. This increased clarity often begins as a sense of peace in your heart. You might not have all the answers, but there's a deep assurance that God is leading you in the right direction. It's the kind of peace that settles your soul, even in the midst of uncertainty. You no longer feel anxious or overwhelmed by the choices ahead. Instead, you feel a quiet confidence that God is with you, guiding you every step of the way. This peace is not passive, it's active, empowering you to move forward with faith, knowing that God has already gone before you and prepared the way. With this clarity comes a greater sense of purpose. As your understanding increases, you begin to see more clearly why certain things have happened in your life. You start to understand the lessons that God has been teaching you, even through difficult circumstances. What once seemed like setbacks or disappointments begin to make sense. You see how each experience has shaped you, preparing you for the blessings that are now on their way. This clarity helps you realize that every season, whether joyful or painful, has been part of God's plan to mold you into the person He has called you to be. Increased clarity also gives you the confidence to take action. When God opens your eyes to His purpose and plan for you, you no longer hesitate or second-guess yourself. The decisions that once felt daunting now seem clear because you are guided by a deeper understanding of what God is asking you to do. The fog of uncertainty lifts and you see the steps you need to take in order to move forward in faith. You begin to trust not only in the direction God is leading you, but also in the timing of His plan. You understand that there is no need to rush, no need to force things to happen. Everything is unfolding according to God's perfect timing. This clarity also brings an awareness of the opportunities that are right in front of you. When God opens your spiritual eyes, you begin to notice things you might have missed before, opportunities that were always there but that you couldn't see because of the distractions in your life. You start to see connections with people, ideas, and situations that hadn't recognized before. These are the doors and avenues that God has already opened for you. And now, with increased clarity, you can walk through them with confidence. In addition to clarity about the opportunities ahead, you also gain clarity about your own identity. As God prepares you for His blessings, He reveals more of who you are in Him. You begin to understand that you are a unique creation, specifically designed for a purpose. The doubts that once clouded your mind about your worth, your abilities, and your future begin to fade away. You see yourself not as the world sees you, but as God sees you, a beloved child with a divine purpose. This understanding empowers you to step into the fullness of your destiny, knowing that you are equipped and qualified by God Himself. The clarity that comes with God's blessings also helps you make wise choices. In life, there are many paths to take, and not all of them lead to the blessings God has prepared for you. Increased clarity helps you discern which path is His will for your life and which paths might lead to distractions or detours. This discernment is a gift from God, enabling you to stay focused on what truly matters and to avoid the pitfalls that might cause you to lose sight of His purpose for you. With this clarity, you are no longer tossed to and fro by every decision or temptation. Instead, you are rooted in God's truth and wisdom, which anchors you as you move forward. Another key aspect of this clarity is that it brings alignment. As you gain a deeper understanding of God's will, everything in your life begins to align with His purpose. Your actions, thoughts, and desires begin to fall into place. You may find that things that once felt out of sync, your career, your relationships, your health, begin to align with God's vision for you. This alignment is not always immediate, but as you walk in greater clarity, you will begin to see how everything is being woven together by God for your good and His glory. When God's blessings are coming your way, increased clarity is a sign that He is preparing you to step into a new season. This clarity is not about knowing every detail of the future, but about knowing that God is with you and that He is guiding you. As you embrace this clarity, you will find that the path ahead becomes clearer, the steps become easier to take, and you begin to walk in greater confidence and peace. The blessings of God are not just about what you receive, but also about how He transforms your heart and mind, preparing you to fully walk in His purpose. As you gain clarity, you gain confidence in the plan God has for you. And you are ready to step into the abundance He has prepared for your life. When God's blessings are coming your way, one of the most powerful signs you'll experience is a deep sense of peace that surpasses all understanding. This peace is not the absence of problems or struggles. Rather, it is the presence of God in the midst of life's uncertainties. It is the kind of peace that settles your heart even when everything around you seems chaotic, and it is a clear indication that God is working in your life, preparing you for the blessings that are on the way. Before this peace comes, you may find yourself feeling restless, anxious, or unsettled. The pressures of life, the weight of responsibilities, and the uncertainty of the future can easily cause you to feel overwhelmed. During such times, it is natural to seek comfort in external things, whether that be through distractions, temporary fixes, or by striving harder to control the situation. However, the peace that God offers is different from anything this world can give. It is a supernatural peace that transcends circumstances and is rooted in the assurance that God is in control. When God is about to bless you, He will begin to fill you with a peace that brings calm to your soul, even when things around you are not perfect. It is a peace that allows you to rest in the knowledge that God is working on your behalf, even when you can't see the full picture. You may still face challenges, but this peace enables you to walk through them with confidence, knowing that God's plan will not fail. It is not a peace that is dependent on your situation improving immediately, but rather on your trust in God's faithfulness and His ability to bring good out of every circumstance. This peace also helps to quiet the fears and doubts that often arise when you are waiting for blessings to come. When you're anticipating something significant, whether it's a breakthrough in your career, a financial miracle, or a new relationship, it's easy to become consumed by anxiety about whether it will happen or when it will happen. The fear of the unknown, the fear of failure, or even the fear of success can create turbulence in your spirit. But when God's blessings are coming your way, He will replace that anxiety with His peace. You begin to release your worries into His hands, understanding that He is sovereign and that His timing is perfect. This peace allows you to be still and know that He is God, even when you don't have all the answers. This peace is not just an emotional state. It is also a spiritual assurance. It is a peace that comes from knowing that God's will for your life is unfolding according to His plan. You begin to feel the reassurance that you are not alone and that God is with you, guiding you every step of the way. This peace is like an anchor that holds you steady when the waves of life threaten to knock you off course. It prevents you from being swayed by fear, doubt, or external circumstances, and it gives you the strength to keep moving forward even when it seems uncertain. Moreover, this peace helps you to trust in God's perfect timing. You may have been waiting for something for a long time, praying for a breakthrough or desiring a change in your life. It can be easy to grow impatient or frustrated when things don't happen on your timetable. But when God's peace fills your heart, you realize that there is no need to rush. You begin to rest in the assurance that God's timing is better than your own, and that what He has for you will come at the exact moment it is meant to. This peace frees you from the pressure of forcing things to happen and allows you to surrender to God's will. You no longer feel like you have to make things work on your own. You can trust that God is orchestrating every detail. Another powerful aspect of this peace is that it empowers you to stay calm in the face of adversity. Life will always have its share of challenges, and even as you receive God's blessings, you may still encounter opposition or difficulty. However, this peace gives you the ability to stand firm, knowing that God is bigger than any challenge you may face. You are able to face trials with a sense of calm and confidence because you know that God is working in you and through you to bring about His good purposes. This peace helps you to maintain a godly perspective, even in the toughest circumstances. As you experience this peace, you also begin to notice that it affects your relationships with others. When you are filled with God's peace, it overflows into your interactions with those around you. You are able to extend grace, patience, and understanding even in difficult situations. This peace becomes a testimony to those who see your life, as they wonder how you can remain so calm and assured in the midst of challenges. Your peace becomes a light that points others to the source of your strength, God Himself. In addition, this peace helps to clear your mind and spirit, enabling you to hear God more clearly. When your heart is filled with worry and anxiety, it can be difficult to hear God's voice. But when you experience His peace, it quiets the noise in your mind and allows you to listen for His guidance. This clarity enables you to make decisions with confidence, knowing that you are being led by the Holy Spirit. The peace of God opens your heart to receive the wisdom He wants to impart, and you begin to move forward with greater discernment and understanding. Finally, this peace serves as a reminder of God's faithfulness. When you experience this peace, it's a sign that God is with you and that He is fulfilling His promises. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't seem to be progressing, but the peace of God reassures you that His plan is still in motion. Even in the waiting, even in the seasons of uncertainty, God's peace is a constant reminder that He is working behind the scenes and that His blessings are on the way. When God's blessings are coming your way, the peace He provides becomes a profound sign of His presence and provision. This peace is a testimony of His faithfulness, His timing, and His sovereignty in your life. It is the peace that sustains you through every season, ensuring that you can face the future with unwavering confidence. As you experience this peace, you can be certain that God is preparing you for the blessings that are on their way. You are not walking alone. You are walking with the peace of God guiding you every step of the way. As we reflect on the 7 signs that God's blessings are on their way, remember that each one is a powerful reminder of His love, faithfulness, and perfect timing. The unexpected doors opening, the clarity in your spirit, the peace that settles your heart. These are all signs that God is actively at work in your life, preparing you for a season of incredible blessings. Trust that He is leading you, even in the moments of uncertainty, and know that His plans for you are good. As you step into this new season, hold on to the truth that you are not walking alone. God is with you, guiding you every step of the way. May you walk in faith, confidence, and peace as you embrace the opportunities and blessings that are unfolding before you. I wish you the very best as you embark on this journey of faith, growth, and transformation. May your heart remain open to the wonderful things God has in store for you. Thank you for listening, and may you experience His blessings in abundance. Good luck and God bless you all.